Oh, hey, it's Dr. Stephanie. And, I'm just being my authentic self. I don't know what else to tell you. I am the pivot coach for women 40 and over, a naturopath and a coach that's been helping women for 20 years redefine what wellness is for them so they can move into a space of discovering and playing with their passion so they can eventually flow into their purpose. But before we get to all that stuff, there's something that needs to happen. You need to pivot. And today's conversation, I'm going to tell you about the pivoting aspect of forgetting everything your grandmom told you. Now, before I get proverbially slapped through the screen, I have to just give a disclaimer. My grandma, Mary Devlin, was a powerhouse of a woman. She taught me so many things. So many things that I'm so grateful for now that I think about and I go, Mama taught me that. But one of the things that I realized that my grandma didn't teach me, she didn't teach me something that was as practical as understanding a very, very deep aspect of who I am. Now, I know you're a woman over 40, and I know you're doing a whole bunch of stuff, but did you also know that maybe your grandma, as wonderful as she didn't equip you to 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 understand something that you're probably just walking into right now. That's the reason why you feel like you don't know who you are. That's the reason why you feel like you can't get it together. That's why you feel like you may be a little tad bit unhappy at this stage of the game that they call menopause, perimenopause, postmenopause, or premenopause. Those things are happening to you, but that's not you. One of the things that your grandma might have not told you or gave you insight about is she probably didn't tell you that this stage of your life, you're going to start to be challenged. You're challenged emotionally, you're challenged spiritually, you're challenged mentally, right? A lot of people want to say women in their pre, post, and perimenopausal phase, menopause phase, they say we crazy, y'all. We not crazy. However, we are waking up to a reality that we weren't necessarily equipped to do anything about. So, what am I talking about specifically? I'm talking about you and all this feeling of you feeling chaotic right now, that this is a part of your journey to get you to a higher plane. Because your grandma forgot to tell you that you, my dear sister, you're the generational curse breaker. I said it. How do I know? I know that you're the generational curse breaker because you're the one that's feeling uncomfortable right now. And anytime you feel uncomfort or discomfort, it means it's time to move, it's time to change, it's time to grow. Change means growth. A lot of women in their 40s are comfortable in their skin. They are like, it is what it is, it ain't what it ain't, and I'm just me. And that's okay too. But when you feel a nudge to be different, a nudge to stand in a place that you're not used to standing, you feel uncomfortable in this new place, but it's calling you and you can't stop moving toward it. That's because you have a job. And I'm like letting the traffic go by. And I'll say it again, you have a job. Your job is to break the chains of your entire generation. And it could be a couple. You are the one to deliver your bloodline from all the chaos and craziness. How do I know? Let's test this theory out. If you are the first person in your family to do whatever, if you're the first entrepreneur, if you were the first one to have kids, if you were the first one to get married, if you were the first one to graduate from college, if you were the first one to show your gray hair when everybody else is rocking wigs and weaves, that's in those beautiful colors besides gray, then you are the curse breaker. You are the game changer. You are the shift that will turn the tide of not just your life, but the life of the people in your family that's in your generation right now and the ones to come up behind you. There's always somebody that does it. And sometimes it takes years for it to show up. So you will find that for years and years and years, your family will follow along the same trajectory. You guys will have the same disease processes. Everybody's diabetic. Everybody's got varicose veins. Everybody got something. And notice I'm saying everybody. I'm from Philly. And so that's how we say it. We say everybody. Just like we say suey hole and sink. I digress. I did tell you in a few videos back, Dr. Stephanie does not have the imposter syndrome anymore. So even though I have this wealth of knowledge in my head, I am silly, I'm down to earth, and you and I can have a conversation and laugh the whole way through it and still get something out of it. But you, my dear, are the generational curse breaker. And that's why you probably feel like something is off. Like your shoes too tight. You can't go to the bathroom. Nothing tastes good. The things that you used to like, you don't like anymore. The people you used to hang out and feel comfortable around and make you feel uncomfortable. That's because you're elevating out of the energy field of your socialization. There's always one. Very few is it more than one in a family line. There's always kind of just that one. You might have even called yourself the black sheep of the family. I met a lady today in the laundry room and she says, "Oh, I'm the white sheep of my family." I'm like, I never heard of that before. And I'm trying to figure out what the white sheep means. I know what she meant, but it was really cool that she said white sheep because we think that the black sheep is the one that's the troublemaker. Actually, the black sheep is the one that exposes the shadows in themselves first, but they don't see it that way. It's really a mirror of what's in the environment. And normally the mirror is the environment of the general family structure. I told you I get deep sometimes. So that's what your grandma forgot to tell you. While she was praying for you and giving you those words of wisdom of how to bake the perfect cake or do that famous recipe that everybody's looking for every holiday, she probably forgot to tell you, "Oh, honey, by the way, and do you know you have gifts and talents that's going to save our whole entire family line? But wait, there's more. They're not going to come online yet, but when they do come online, it's going to feel like your world is falling apart. It's not going to feel like a superhero moment, but it is." And that's where the idea of pivoting came from. That's my phone. That's where the idea of pivoting comes from. So this is supposed to be kind of a short and sweet video. I wanted to give you the understanding to understand that nothing's wrong. It's time to pivot. You are the generational curse breaker from all the clues that I gave you. And it's time for you to start doing some investigative work in order for you to get the help that you need so you can be strong in this new journey. Because your job is not only to rip the band-aid off your wound so you can heal, but also be that soothing balm of Gilead, that balm of healing for your entire family line. That's why you feel a little crazy as you're pivoting 40 and above, but it's okay. It's common, but it doesn't have to be normalized. And I've told you in several videos, coaching and being coached, it ain't glamorous, y'all, but it is so rewarding. So you will find that my videos sometimes are talking to the coachee and the coach, because we both need to hear this new insight. I am on both sides. I have a coach and I coach hundreds of people. And my old class are just graduating. So I think I have enough energy now to accept a new class. And so my new class is going to be, the program is called the Flourish Circle. And is a community of like-minded women that I'm gathering together so we can have these wonderful insights. I'm going to be able to connect with you as a naturopath to get your body well, but also these moments where you're going to have insights about your spirit and your mind, because holistic healing, the healing that needs to take place for women to step into their power, is holistic healing. And we have to do that spiritually, mentally, and physically. We do that all together. So if you want to know more about what I do as a naturopath and a coach, please click the link below, make a comment, I'll respond. And absolutely feel free to book a strategy session, because I am offering those until I don't have time to offer them anymore. But I can't wait to meet you. But, to recap this, because I felt like we were interrupted because the phone was ringing. That's what Grandma forgot to tell you. She didn't dismiss it because she didn't know. Some things only reveal themselves when you're ready. And so you found this video. It was time for you to hear what Grandma didn't tell you verbally. She showed you the whole way. Every prayer, every word of wisdom, every insight that she gave you, she was preparing you for this message. And the message is, you are the generational curse breaker. You're not going to be doing this by yourself. I highly recommend that you connect with your soul tribe. And if it feels really good and warm and fuzzy sitting here talking to me, then that probably means that you're part of my soul tribe. And I can't wait to meet you. So until next time, be well. And while you're being well, like, subscribe, and share. Take care. Bye.